We're live. What's up, humans? I'm working on this printer. It's blue. It's a bear. Do 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 do. Good old blue bear. Okay. Whew. Hey now. Okay. There we go. One SKR case attached. What's up, Viking? Don't forget, link to join is in the chat. All right. Little teeny baggie of square nuts. Where did you go? Ah, there they are. Little baggie of square nuts. Little package of magnets. I would like to do a Voron. If I can get them to send me one, that would be epic. Cash flow is tight this time of year with everything that's going on, so Chris is not spending the money like he wants to on printer stuff. But if anyone has connections for printer places and wants to send Chris printers to build, he will build them. He will build them, he will mod them, he'll make them look awesome. But a Voron is definitely on my list of hopefuls. Boom. What's up, Devin? I'm doing pretty good, Viking. I'm a little tired. You know how it is. Thankfully, I've got my SKR extension cables from Printed Solid. Make this build go much faster. All right. Here's one for you. And one for you. And where's another motor? Here's another motor. One for you. Look at that. Little extensions. I still have the same amount of bears. This is a friend wanted me to build this for them. So they have hired my services as a printer builder to build them this printer. Oh, dang. We got a Devin. We got a Sergio. What's up, fam?
Hey. So my first official day as an engineering teacher, not just like robotics coach in a classroom, was today.
How'd you do?
Not bad. 7 kids said they were really excited for the class and said my first day activity was fun.
Yay! Should have taken us with you.
In true Devin fashion,
You set the building on fire.
No, I accidentally signed a legally binding contract in Taiwan.
You signed a contract?
Yes, my teaching contract that was supposed to be signed last week, but they messed it up because of some weird legal stuff with my job. And so like I just now signed it, and I had crayons on my desk, and the principal was like, "Yeah, you just sign this real quick." So I did. He comes back 10 minutes later. You signed this in crayon?
Yes, that's not legal.
Apparently not.
Oh, pen.
Also,
Are they
if you
blue or
give
black?
an engineer a crayon and a problem, stuff happens.
Ooh. What's up, WFO Rider?
But I'm on my phone right now because the school internet cannot handle StreamYards.
Well, of course it can't. That would be insanity if it could.
Yeah, I'm just, decorating a classroom.
With hot sauce?
No, not hot sauce. If
Well,
anyone
why
wants
not?
to send me hot sauce, that'd be awesome.
Hot sauce is awesome. Oh, I'm working on another bear. Same one as yesterday. Ugh.
Also, wearing long
Nappy
sleeves
time llama at 2 in the
when
afternoon?
it's 104 outside was a very dumb idea.
3 in the afternoon. 2 in the afternoon, I was napping. Yeah, this freaking leg thing's getting to get. I'm getting pissed.
Well, damn it. Tell your healthcare provider to fix it.
Healthcare provider. That's funny. This is my healthcare provider. Icy hot.
Whoa. If you had Ben Gay, it'd be better.
Mm. Nope, this smells better. What's up, Mikey?
You know what they say, the worse it smells, the better it works.
Yeah, no. Nope. Ben Gay just smells bad. It doesn't do a damn thing but smell bad.
Well, we can fix that. We'll make
That
it smell
stuff
good.
nasty.
Hey, Chris, were you ever able to download that video I asked you about?
Let me do that right now.
Okay.
Let's
Has
see.
anyone else had problems with Twitter? Like all the media not playing?
No, but I haven't tried.
Because I thought it was just the iPad, because my iPad updated today, or yesterday, last night. But even on the computer, it's still getting half the stuff as media won't play, this won't work, that's not acceptable.
Normal.
Like every picture, every like GIF, everything.
Do you
On
remember
Twitter,
what day that video was, Devin?
No, I do not.
Oh, good.
It was recent. It was like last week.
Last week. Videos.
What's up, Paul?
Oh, excuse me.
What the hell was that?
Was it Sunday Night Live, or was it live with Angry Warkocki on the 15th, or was it Friday afternoon show with Angry Warkocki on 8/14?
It was a really late show.
There was the Late Show with Angry Warkocki on 8/11.
I don't know.
Dang, nobody liked that one. There's a lot of thumbs down on the Angry Warkocki shows. 72.7% likes on the Sunday night stream.
Yeah, who gives a crap?
Lick my balls, angry people.
Well, you are the angry Warkocki.
Yeah, that doesn't give them the privilege to be mean.
Oh, okay. If you say so.
Okay, so I have to take these two.
What the hell are you playing with there, Devin?
Poster for my classroom.
That says
The engineering design process.
can't really read it, but sure.
That was not it.
Can you read it?
Engineering design process.
I think it's the Friday afternoon stream.
Dream up something, load it into Fusion.
Wait, Friday
Make
afternoon
it,
stream, was that the
print
one I
it
was
out.
sick on?
That is engineering.
Huh, maybe. Yeah, Friday afternoon was my sick stream.
I think I don't know if it's the camera, but I almost think that's the nicest color of the bare frame jet. Even though I kind of like the orange, that blue, again, it may just be your camera, but that blue aluminum looks freaking awesome. All right, what's that BB noise? You got your phone sitting next to your damn computer or something, Devin?
I'm on my phone because my the school internet cannot handle StreamYard.
Yeah.
Maybe it's August 6th stream.
No, it was more recent than that.
I really like that blue. Now I want a blue freaking frame. I always wanted to try anodizing myself.
It's not that hard. I've done it.
It's not that hard. It's just a lot of chemical crap.
It's just a bunch of chemical crap and some electrodes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ooh, I can tell you when I did it.
And a lot of anal cleaning and stuff, and I'm pretty good at cleaning, but I'm not really anal about cleaning. Not that anal, anyways.
It's always fun being anally clean. Hey, you left yourself open for that one.
Yeah, the sad thing is that I'm so like half tired it took me a second to even get what you were saying.
Yep, well, you know.
What's up, red light from the crane?
Red light from the crane.
Magnetically charged red light.
He's always magnetically charged.
Every time he's in the crane, he is.
Oop.
Did you ever watch that video that he did with us when he was in the crane?
Nope.
Oh, it was pretty cool. He like set up his phone out the windshield and everything.
Okay, so Chris.
Yep.
The stream with Joel was sometime in between the week of the 9th and the 15th.
That's a lot of videos, yo.
Because I found the footage on the 15th.
Well, if you don't mind peeking through and tell me which one it is. Because I started scrubbing through and I just couldn't see. I don't know how long Joel was on there. I know he wasn't on there for a long time, but he was on there for quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to scrub it, I'll download it. I got everything open, ready to go.
Okay, I will scrub.
We got Wingmans. What's up, Wingmans? Robbie and the Buttram. Buttram, we're looking for the live stream I did where Joel showed up.
When did Joel show up on one of your live streams?
Last week.
It was August 11th.
August 11th.
The late show with Angry Warkocki.
Oh, I scrubbed that one. I didn't see it, but
oh, he's there.
I was scrubbing quickly. Hey, now, none of that.
COVID.
No.
Now I can sterilize my computer screen. She's coughing on it and crap.
I'm going to sterilize mine after Devin coughed on it right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm eating a very dry granola bar.
Spit on it more.
So getting coffee.
Ooh, yeah.
Coffee.
Could go make coffee. But to make coffee, I would have to go to the teacher's lounge. To do that, I would have to put shoes on.
Okay, that
shoes. Well, Buttram, if you want to turn your head and cough, I'll be over in a little bit to double check you. August 11th, late show with the Angry Warkocki. Options. Download. And save file. Okay. It is downloading.
All right, that's really, really annoying. How can you deal with that with headphones on, Chris? That must hurt.
Me? I'm fine.
Yeah. Me.
Yeah. I heard worse things.
I've heard worse things, but that's loud.
That is correct, sir. Let's make new bed cables.
What's wrong with the old bed cables?
They don't reach.
Liar.
So you got to make new ones.
Liar, pants on
It's
fire.
all in my guide on how to convert a bear to an SKR.
Yeah, like anybody who listen to your guide. Not like you know what you're doing after building, I don't know, what, 10, 12, 20, 50 of them?
No idea how many I've built. And I still get it wrong half the time. So I have my own wiring guide up in front of me in case I do something stupid like not
I've
remember
done
something.
that. Made a guide and then had to go back like a month later and look at my own guide.
Yay!
I don't remember what the hell I did.
Chris got his parts in.
He's got his farts in.
Yes.
Okay, I read that it's got my pants on.
That's what I read too. I got my pants, Chris. Thanks.
You know me.
And farts.
I'm a giver.
His pants and farts. His farty pants.
Captain
Pre-farty
pants.
I hold my farts in. Isn't that like a song? Isn't there a country song about holding your farts in?
Maybe in Connecticut.
Look at
The
this.
rest of the world is very different.
It's a pencil.
Wow, that's a big nut.
That I can fidget.
You got some serious nut there, girl.
Yep.
And it works? What?
Yeah, it works.
Why wouldn't that work?
That's awesome.
It's a pencil holder.
Oh, that
That's
is
a
kind
pencil holder.
kind of a cute
That's so
idea.
Fancy.
Pencil holder. But I can also fidget with it because why not?
I would think it would be a nut and bolt holder. So,
I mean, technically the print failed because it lifted off the bed in the last like 5 layers.
Ooh.
But it works.
Yeah.
yeah, who cares?
This was supposed to be the top. It's now the bottom.
Normal.
There's nothing normal about any of us. I really want to work on a llama car and I just have zero energy.
You can do it.
No, I really can't.
If I can work on a bear, you can work on a llama core.
I need to go outside and be active, and this whole leg thing is really getting annoying. It's been way too long with me not.
Someone send llama some morphine so he can go outside and play.
Oh, please.
I'm gonna have some.
I haven't had morphine in years. It was awesome. Morphine ruined Percocets for me.
See you, Sharif. How much time is left on that print? Because I need the extruder. 1 hour and 1 minute.
So my dad's a teacher too, and it was his first day of professional development. And he told his principal he's going to be late because he wanted to walk into my classroom. And my dad cried.
Aww.
Aww.
Because apparently 10 years ago today, I was a freshman in high school.
Aww.
And today was my first day of like
You were a
official
freshman in high
teaching.
school when you were 9? That's pretty awesome.
Shut up.
I'm trying to remember what.
You wait, when you're 40, you're going to be wish people saying you were 19 still.
I don't think any of you
Accept
were
it.
born when I was a freshman in high school.
Nope.
Probably not.
I was a freshman.
3 is not that young.
79. I was a freshman in high school in 1979.
I was 3 years still not being made.
I was
78.
20 years not being made.
I was a freshman in the year of 78, 79.
Yep, I graduated 01.
I graduated in 83.
I graduated kindergarten in 01.
Nice.
01.
Say, what were you two doing in 96?
I was freshman year in college, I believe.
96. 93, I was getting a new leg. My third one.
Buttram graduated in 02. Buttram! We could have went to the same school together.
That would have been scary.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it actually would have been quite awesome. I could have been the Hellraiser, and he could have been my wingman.
Talk about
Grandpa Robbie Max going at it over here.
You could be the butt cockies. Butt cocky.
We'll just need Llama to be in our class as the ever-ending senior guy who fails all the time.
What was that movie with that was one of the first ones that Robert Reynolds did. Or not Robert Reynolds. Was it Robert Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds?
Back to School with Rodney
No,
Dangerfield?
they were in college and he just kept staying forever and ever and ever.
Oh.
And then the hot blonde convinces him to actually graduate.
Animal House.
No. Similar though. Similar.
Nerds.
You know. Trying to think if it was him or
I don't watch Cardi B or listen to or I don't know what a Cardi B is.
Ryan Reynolds, that's what I meant. Say Robert Reynolds because Robert Reynolds hangs out here. What the hell was the movie? Van Wilder, yeah.
Van Wilder.
That was him, right? Or was it?
He was in Van Wilder. That is correct.
Val Kilmer. I can't remember. Sometimes I mix them two up in their younger days. I don't know why. They really don't look anything alike.
They do not. National Lampoon's Van Wilder.
Yeah.
I got a good laugh out of that movie.
It was cute. I mean, it's worth watching. I didn't think it was like super great or anything, but it was definitely worth watching.
There we go. Now I got it in there. Now we use the tool to shove it all the rest of the way in there. There we go.
All right, you two have fun. I have kids coming in my room in 4 minutes.
Kids.
Yeah.
I can't stream. I don't think I can stream and teach at the same time. Or I can stream and teach at the same time. I don't think I'm supposed to.
Not for long.
You can go
explicit parental consent.
You're gonna leave me here with Llama? Jesus.
Could be worse.
I mean, you could always end your stream.
No, I can't. I just started. All right. Good luck on your second class of the day.
Thank you.
Mode. I'm easy to deal with.
What's up, Llama Core?
Nappy time. Just coming out of nappy time. This is getting ridiculous. I'm really getting kind of pissed off with that thing.
Assault with a deadly virus. I got 9 messages. What am I doing wrong in my life?
It might be a good thing. Maybe that's work.
You did not catch a largemouth in the South Branch, Kishwaukee River. Yeah. Okay. Here's this device. Here's this piece of metal that I need for it. And where is this piece that I need? Yo, what's up, Jake from Matt from Progressive Insurance?
Jake from Matt from
Progressive Insurance.
Jake's Insurance. What's up, Matt? That's funny. Like I just call him Jakey Matt now. Or Matty Jake.
That's the wrong rod. Chris has to go into his drawer and pull out the correct rod. There they are.
I'm going to build a Core XY. I just picked up a 4x4 AC bed.
Damn, Buttram.
I heard you got the bed real cheap. How'd you manage that deal? What is it, like a refurb or someone didn't want it or something?
Guarantee it's drugs, knowing Buttram.
No, Buttram's not a druggie.
Oh, yeah, he is. Look at him. Look at him.
Nah, he's a good
guy. That guy does so much Tylenol.
So much Tylenol. Yeah, no.
Let's see here.
You know, I'm really, like, I mean, I built my own and everything, but I've looked at those the Xiotech Core XY kits.
The Hypercube ones?
Yeah, where they have the different stages.
Mm-hmm.
I always, you know, years ago when I first got into 3D printing, and I was like, I'd love to start my own 3D printing company, and I got smart enough to know, like, no, I don't want to deal with people. I always thought that would be the ultimate, like, way to do it. Like, have a product and say, okay, here's the base frame. I want to add this bed or this size or this processor or, you know, and make it a select a part kit. You know what I mean? I want to add this board or
That's
this.
what DIY Core did.
Yeah.
DIY core.
Are they?
I want to get one of those.
I just think that was. I mean, they did that, and I think they did a pretty good job of selecting parts for kits, if that makes sense. You know, having the different brackets of kit. They have like 3 different brackets of, you know, just the frame, frame with some electronics, frame with all the hardware kind of thing. All out, everything all in one. Are they that expensive? I don't know. If I remember correctly, when I looked at them, again, this was a couple years ago when they first started doing it, they weren't that outrageous. By the time I parted out all the aluminum and everything, that thing was, I mean, the biggest expense still was the duet. That was like ridiculous. But I think that the llama core is about $1,000 now, just short of probably.
Yeah, DIY core is expensive, but it's also all CNC machined, and like I don't think there's a printed part on it. Like they made everything CNC machined on it, so it's basically a badass machine.
Yeah, I'm going to put the llama core back together, and I'm going to frickin' switch it over, I think, to this here thing. And one of these days, I'm going to have to fire this thing back up and test it. I actually took it out the other day. See if I can burn it up again.
Do it.
Still alive, still alive.
Johnny Five.
Staying alive.
Staying alive. John Travolta, everybody. Saturday Night Fever.
Llama Travolta. Can't dance. Can't dance.
Dun, 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 dun. Can't dance.
Can't dance. I'm gonna have to like remember everything about this because I remember absolutely nothing. The funny thing is, it still smells like burnt electronics.
That's good.
But it's just the only thing that burnt on it was the actual. I still have the burnt up stepper motor, stepper driver. Look at that. You can't see it because it's not focusing.
I can't see it because I'm looking at my screen. Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, that's the one I smoked. But it's just the driver, and I don't think I did it. I think I honestly, the more I've been looking at it, I think this was just bad. Which is all right because it came in a pack of 5, so I got 4 more to blow up.
That is correct, sir.
Okay. I think I'm gonna.
Where's the flat? There's the flat.
I'm gonna switch that over and take the duet off of it. Not the duet's bad. I don't know. I've never really been happy with it. It's I've always felt it was more expensive than it was worth. Again, it's not bad. It's not great either. It's not all everyone made it out to be. It's not quiet. Everyone's like, oh, it's quiet. It's quiet. It's not quiet. I mean, it's quieter than, 4498s or whatever they are. But it ain't. Actually, the quietest one I got is the MKS 10L. That runs quieter than all of them.
Those are on wheels, and the llama cores on.
They're all on wheels. Everything I got is on wheels now.
Oh.
The Max Micron's the only one that still got any linear rails on it, and that's just X and Z. I don't really care about the Z because it moves so slow. Who gives a crap? But the X is definitely noisy as crap on that thing, and it's partially they were cheap bearings, and that's the original rods from whenever I bought that thing. When the hell did I buy that thing? 2014, I think. And the bearings have been replaced, but they're just cheapo, freaking no name. I mean, I'm sure if I bought like name brand bearings and everything and went crazy with it, but
you still can.
Wheels are quieter. Wheels are smoother and quieter. Don't use unless you like spend a bunch of money on them or just noisy. Yes, the Gen L has 2208. Not 2209. 2208.
Buttram?
They both have 2208s because that's got the SKR 1.3 with 2208, and it's not as quiet as the Gen L with 2208s. Now, part of it, I think these cheapo motors actually match the 2208s better because that's got actually, I think that's got Zyotech. Well, yeah, the Zyotech motors I put on
This
there.
jig?
What the hell is that?
It's the jig for lining up the parts on the bear.
Oh.
WFO Rider's asking what. I'm just making sure if this is what he meant by the jig.
Yeah, the Gen L can have whatever you want on it within reason. But for some reason, part of it, I think I just got everything. I just got lucky, and every little setting I got was just right. Where I think most of the noise on the Max Micron is just me getting the stepper drivers and motors tuned to each other. But I have gone crazy, like micro adjusting, trying every kind of stepper configuration possible. That is the one good thing about the Duet is you can pretty much test every stepper configuration with the rip-wrap firmware in like an hour. You can walk through every freaking one of them. And still the quietest one is 16 steps in integrated mode at about 800 or 900 milliamps or whatever the hell you call them.
Super amps.
If you go any quieter, it just starts skipping. And if I go any higher, it does seem to get quieter when I push it up to like right around 1 amp, milliamp, amp, whatever it is. But they get really, really hot.
Yep, too much current. So, Chris, those were done in PLA. It was either Filament 1 clear PLA or it was 3D Solutech because I was just trying to use up an entire spool. So I printed one entire. I have a box full of those things, so that way, anytime I need to put jigs in a box, they're ready to go.
Iced coffee is yummy stuff.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Never.
We've actually had absolutely beautiful weather for like the last 3 days. Now it's getting hot and miserable again.
Oh.
Which is
why
the
AC working?
No, I haven't turned the AC on.
No.
It's not quite that bad yet.
Gotcha.
The humidity is still kind of low. It's only 57% humidity, that's really low for here on the shoreline. It was down to like 47. That's like unheard of the other day. Yesterday, I think it was at like 47% humidity at 70 degrees. It felt cold. I actually felt cold at 70 degrees out. It was bizarre.
It was cold out. It gets under the 50s now out here at night, so the mornings feel amazing.
Yep. See, I love 50s, 60s. You get up much above 65, I start getting too hot.
It's called the fat guy index.
Yeah, I was always that way. Even when I was a scrawny little bastard, I always preferred cool.
Let's see here. Where did Chris put extra washers?
I shouldn't say I don't like cold. I don't mind cold. I can go down to like 0 and it really doesn't bother me unless it's super windy out or something. It's just, ripping your body heat out. I don't like snow. I freaking hate snow. God, I hate snow. Wham.
Rain record was the record 5.
Yeah, we're having a rain record here too. Not enough of it. We just had like 2 major downpours and we're still short like 5 inches. We were in a drought up until 2 days ago. I think we still are actually. but everything sprang right up.
Yeah, we don't.
Hey, are you a veggie type person? Can you ID them just by looking at them within reason? I mean,
A vegetable?
yeah, like a squash. Can you? In other words, if I take a picture of the squash thing, can you tell me what kind it is?
Nope.
Whether it's actually a pumpkin or a squash or a cantaloupe or an acorn squash. I have a whole bunch of crap growing out of my compost pile, like a bunch, and they're all slightly different. I can't figure out what the hell they are, or when and if I should like pluck them or yet. Some of them are about
Don't do
that.
it.
I thought they were acorn squashes, but acorn squashes start turning like yellow at the top, and these aren't. It almost looks more like a pumpkin. But I've never put a pumpkin in there.
Oh,
I've
damn
never
it.
thrown away pumpkins. I haven't had a pumpkin in 4 or 5 years. Since before my father got sick.
Pumpkins. They're just coming back from the dead. They're like, I am Pumpkin King.
And that clear film, but
Yeah, the blue frame would look good in clear.
I'll do like all transparent instead of the black. That would look freaking sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Or one of the ice light blues, just to give you that. The semi-transparent light blues. Cocky all the things. What's up, Fotis? Jump in here, buddy.
Fotis. Paste. Boom. Link to chat stream.
I hate voice texting. Why?
Because he does.
Turn it on. Can't be
Why
no
can't
worse
he?
by typing. Because I can't type and I can't spell. And half the time I can't speak. So I'm triple screwed.
He's a proponent of it. Let's see here. Oh, I need to build more printers.
This is still one of my favorite colored filaments ever.
Something red, purple.
That's the Paramount 3D Black Cherry.
Oh, yeah.
It's wicked.
I do like their stuff. They make some good filament.
Yeah, the filament's good, but the colors are just out of this world. They have some of the best colors. I really
Fotis all the things.
Fotis all the things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a Fotis to work with. Did Wexter ever do a Fotis?
Nope.
Can't Fotis the thing still. Wexter does a Fotis face. We need a Fotis face, Wexter. Where are you, buddy?
We just need to get good at modeling so we can make our own.
Yeah, I started playing with Blender for Sketch, for sculpting. It's actually not too terrible, other than it's way too dependent on the middle mouse button. And I don't have a middle mouse button.
We can make you one out of glue.
Well, it's just too many key combination-y things. Like I use a tablet, it makes it a little easier, but you're always, and it's hard to like have the keyboard and the tablet.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the butt.
Nylocks, 3 of them.
I don't have enough desk space for the tablet and the keyboard more than anything else.
No. This won't hold a nylock.
That generally means it's not actually the extruder, but your LMU bearing interface / rods are loose. I had that same problem with that. And all I did was actually literally twist the LMUs a little bit. And it went away.
Twisting LMUs?
It's actually because you probably have the LMUs too perfectly aligned with the rods, and they never actually fit the rod exact, so there's a little bit of vibration.
Which fan do you have, Microtech? Because sometimes the maglev fans a lot of people like, unfortunately, if you go on really fast moves, it'll start vibrating.
Really? I've never had that happen.
And just on faster moves. Tire jerk.
On it.
Let's see here. Okay. I think it's an M38.
You should build your own damn Core XY, Mr. Buttram. Don't have other people do it, you lazy bastard.
No, make me do it. That way I have something to build. I approve of this message. Brought to you by Buttram Incorporated.
Buttrion.com Incorporated.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Yep.
Now, where's the rest of
That's
this
what
plate?
literally happened to this. I had that. I mean, from what you're describing, that's the noise I had on this. And then literally all I did was twist the LMUs just a little bit. I literally like took the LMU out and I put a little piece of paper folded in half underneath like each end of the two LMUs and it went away. That's how much I spaced it. Just to twist them out a little bit so they held tighter to the rod. And again, those are the original rods, which I'm sure aren't, high quality, super accurate, whatever.
Most accurate rods ever.
Not. I've got to say, I mean, they are old. They've been on there since the beginning. And they're straight as hell. And they screwed up when they sent it to me because they sent it with, that's why mine are long. They sent it with the dual extruder rods. That printer actually came with dual extruders. You could get it with dual extruder, and all they did was widen it that 30 or 40 millimeters, whatever, for that extra extruder to get the same bed width.
All right.
And for some reason, everyone's like, "Why do you got these long rods?" And the company wrote me and said, "Oh, we'll send you the right ones." I'm like, "Don't bother, this is fine."
No, it's not fine. Yell at them. Make them fix their mistakes, Llama.
It was a fix in my benefit.
We're telling them to bring you the second extruder.
Yeah, I wouldn't win the second extruder. Still don't. I don't know. I have really no interest in a dual extruder setup. For me and my purposes, I mean, I get it and I think it's cool. And just like someone was saying the other day, I was talking to Polymate about the speakers because I built like little speaker blasters for underneath my mother's TV, and they do work, or they seem to be working. But anyways, it's like, it's excuse for a belt printer. I'm like, I really don't want a belt printer. I have no desire for one. I mean, it would be cool. Don't get me wrong. I'd play with it for a week or a month or whatever, but then it would just sit there because I just don't.
I would just endlessly print parts. So.
Yeah, see, I just wouldn't.
Of course, we got to get the print quality up to Chris's ridiculous standards.
I mean, I would definitely print, like the 25-foot long sword and I'd do one of everything like that, and then I'd be like, whatever. After a little while, it would sit in the corner and just sit there because it's you'll never get that thing to print the same quality in most models.
Not the way that I do it. I have no idea.
Just can't unless you. I mean, if you design a model for it, you can get it to print good quality. But I mean, I think Carl's got it about as good as you're gonna get it. And like printing benchies and stuff, it's just there's areas in the back of the benchy and everything where it's hitting the angle and it's I don't know. Oh, you printed low poly Pikachus? I don't even print low. I have never printed a low poly Pikachu ever.
That's a Jordan thing.
Yeah.
Jordan prints those low poly Pikas.
I think I've printed like 3 benchies in my life.
Printed more than 3.
4, because I printed Chris's Pez Benchy. That was the last Benchy I printed.
Yeah, but that's not a Benchy anymore.
It's Pez Benchy. It's got a cargo box in the back. It's the only way I can get the hardware, the crap to work. I put a little cargo box in the back of it.
There we go.
I have a 1.5 size Benchy up there, and I think I've printed one before that.
So Mr. Bed. Boom. All right, Chris is now super duper low on 16 gauge silicone wire. I do not have enough for another build of anything. Maybe another bed, but not another full build. Sadness is that stuff's not cheap.
So can't you just trim your beard and make your own?
Non-conductive is my beard. If it were conductive, then hell yeah. No! Yay. Okay, Google, order Chris some silicone bed wire. Hell yeah. I don't have one of those devices in this house.
Yeah, my brother keeps bringing them from my mother, and she just never. She uses to listen to music once in a while. That's about it. She goes, "How do I fix this?" I say, "It's funny. I did that the other day. I walked down there, and she was bitching about something with the iPad. She's like, "How do I fix this?" I went, "Hey Google, how do you fix this?" And then walked away.
Oh boy.
It's like, Mom, you have the tools here to answer your own damn questions.
Never. Never. Okay, wire cutters.
I need to order some TPU, and I'm not gonna because got no money.
Oh, thanks, Buttram.
I need TPU. I gotta get this thing running again.
I actually got to get some TPU printed here soon.
I'm really kind of impressed with the Chimera and its handling of TPU. It does it pretty well.
I've never had an issue with any other extruder doing it, so I'm at like a.
Yeah, I
see
did,
it's.
but I had more. Honestly, the most troublesome hot end I ever had was a V6. That clogged on me more than anything.
I only have one printer with a V6 on it anymore. Just to have a printer that has a V6 on it. Okay.
Well, all of those are V6s. What do you got on all of those for hot ends?
Mosquitoes.
On all of them?
Well, Chimera, Mosquito,
Yeah.
Mosquito, Mosquito, V6, Mosquito.
Really? You got that many mosquitoes?
Yes.
I didn't know you had that many.
I've been collecting them over time. What's up, Shane? I need to print TPU for more rubber feet for the bears because I love printing them in TPU.
I printed
it makes them quieter, and they stop the printer from sliding on its own. Like, it's not sliding on this smooth surface.
I have some like 81 shore hardness, whatever. There's two scales of hardness, and I still haven't figured out which one's which and how they work because they both look the same, but I don't know how you're supposed to know the difference. But I have some like 81 to 82 TPE and TPU.
Nice.
And I freaking, once again, the MK8 freaking extruder just pushes it right through with no problem.
I don't think I've ever printed with anything in the 80s. Usually like a 92 shore hardness guy because it's just like...
92 is hard.
Yeah.
That's barely even flexible. Once you
It's
print
flexible. It's like a noodle.
Yeah, never. But they all list them the same, and yet there's two different scales. There's like an A82 and then 82, and they're different or something. I don't know. I never really looked into it. I just grab it and go, bungy, bungy, bungy. Okay, it's soft. This one's like a rubber band. This one's not so much like a rubber band. I found that the nicest, like medium flexible / not too flexible, but is really easy to print was the Hatchbox. The Hatchbox TPU was like, I don't know, I think it's an 87 or an 88 or something like that. I mean, it's not super flexible, but it's not super hard, but it prints really easy. I mean, it's like one of the easiest printing TPUs I've ever had. I can print that at like 60 millimeters a second with literally all the PLA settings. I just click my PLA setting and push it through, and it prints it without a problem. And I'm almost out of it. I guess Hatchbox is coming back again. Not that they ever
been back.
Not that they ever really went away. They've just been kind of hard to find / get.
Hi, Brian. Yeah, typically lower, but then there's different hardness. So there's D, there's A. What's up, Barry Danks? All right, so Chris has...
What's up, RC?
Just needs more wiring. Give me your wires.
Yeah, generally, Brian. That's the basis of it. I mean, there's more. Again, there's more to it because there's, like Mr. Buckstrom says, there's 82 and 82A, and they're not the same hardness, and it depends on which scale you use because there's two different scales, and they haven't, matched up to each other yet. I'm not sure how one fits the other, and some people claim it's 82, but it's really 82A, or they claim it's 82A and it's really 82, and they're using two different versions of a scale. They're two different scales. Two separate entities decided to come out with their own hardness scale or some crap. I don't know.
No, there's just a letter hardness and a number hardness.
And I went over it all, and I just don't remember, and I just don't really care that much.
There we go. All right, more wires. Okay, I'll just let the wires extruder when the extruder is done printing.
If you Google llama loops, you'll probably get a Walmart freaking mail order, and you can order yourself some llama loops.
Hell yeah.
Because they still got them.
I still got one box left. I've been munching away at them because I ordered them all.
I do get confused when there's more than one scale unnecessarily. Okay. Multiple scales are confusing when there's no need for it. There should be one single standard that everyone should use the same.
So Chris needs a thermistor.
Everything else in the world.
Look at that.
People
brand
should
new
agree on one.
E3D V6 thermistor. Heater cartridge. That is in the box still. There we go. Get off of there, you silly mookly googly. Yep, that's the one. Come here. Okay, we will recycle that heater cartridge. We will not recycle that thermistor because that's a pile of poo.
Glass bead, is it?
No, it's just a piece of poo.
You gonna put a 12-volt heater cartridge on a 24-volt unit?
Nope, 24 and 24.
How the hell do you know? I got a mix of them, and I got to figure out which ones are which because I didn't work them properly. And now I got some 12s and some 24s, and
they're usually marked on the metal.
What's up, Dave? I'm not dead. I'm just in
Dave.
Like you should talk, Mr. Frickin' fall asleep on the stream all the time. Can't tell you how many times we've seen him do the church nods on stream.
Yeah, but then he works like a 65-hour day, and then he gets
Yes,
home and
he
he's
does.
like, I want to join you guys and have fun too.
Right, we'll give you that. He does work long and hard.
Oh yeah, don't forget about the hard part. Oop.
So how did your little stream go there, Brian, with your little printers, you and Jimmy boy? I was like halfway through it. I don't know why. I felt like crap last night. I couldn't finish watching it.
What?
I actually came on and watched your stream for like 10 minutes too last night, and I couldn't. I was like getting dizzy and crap trying to watch it. I was feeling like shit, which is probably why I'm tired now. I think I got a little, maybe I got a little COVID. Nah.
You did go to the doctor.
Yeah, that don't mean nothing. It was 2 weeks ago. But does it print?
Takes 10 to 14 days for the symptoms to kick in sometimes.
Yeah, maybe I do. Maybe I can just roll over and die and get it over with.
There we go. That's the optimism I know.
I'm ready for the dirt nap.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys went with that printer.
Well, I think they both just had it, so they went, hey, that would be cool. Let's do it. One of those choice by convenience things.
Yeah. I had one. It is a pain in the butt printer.
Really?
Yeah.
See, it's so weird because I've heard a lot of people say they absolutely love it, and a lot of people say they absolutely hate it.
Yeah, well, their quality control is non-existent. So I think that's the issue. You'll get some good ones and you'll get some bad ones, and then their support can be lackluster at times. What's up, Marcel? Okay. SKR case is now fully attached. Bed is wired. X-axis is wired. Well, actually, everything's wired besides the Z-axis and the extruder. I should probably wire the screen, too. I can do that right now.
I think they should make those stupid screens like Bluetooth or something so you don't have to run that stupid ribbon cable.
Well, I mean, if you want to spend like $100 for a screen, I mean, more
Why
power
would
to you, buddy.
Bluetooth freaking module is what, $9?
Yep.
What's up, Dan?
Dan, the 3D printing man. Ah. See, I need to hurry up and learn how to get freebie printers so that way I can do more builds.
Man.
That should be my goal for 2021.
My goal for 2021 is to just make it there.
You said you're ready for a dirt nap, and then now you're all like, but I gotta make it to 2021.
That's my whole point.
Okay.
If I make it there, you know, like, yay, woohoo, bonus round in the video game of life.
What screens do you like to pair? I usually use the either the full graphics display or the TFT35 or these RepRap discount smart controllers, the 2004 screens.
Yeah.
They all work.
Yeah.
If it works for Marlon, it works.
I honestly prefer the 2004s because they're usually the cheapest. I really like the white on blacks and the colored ones that
LDO makes.
Yeah, that's LDO making.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really use the screen for anything but a quick, you know, hey, look, it's printing, everything's working, have a nice day. I don't think I've touched a button on a screen since like I put a Pi on the thing 2-3 years ago.
Wait, did I do that backwards? No, I didn't. Yep, that's 2. All right. Screen is wired. Axes are all wired. The only thing I need to do is do the extruder. Just gotta wait for it to finish printing.
Yeah, it's the
How
same
much time
thing.
is left?
White on black. That's why I put that on this one.
18 minutes.
Right now.
What else can I work on this for 18 minutes? That
Why?
I guess I can attach this motor holder, or the mount to hold the. There it is. Silver power supply.
You turn it into a pumpkin in 18 minutes or something?
It's when the print finishes.
Oh,
Extruder.
You need more parts?
Yep, I did not have any spare V6 extruders. Most people that, literally all but like 3 people have ordered parts from me have a BMG. So I just need to print the
hopefully
2020
will be 2020.20. Yeah, I hope not too. For some reason I have a feeling it's gonna be though.
Don't you do it. Don't you put that hex on us.
Yeah. I have no power to hex nothing.
You kids in Connecticut and your witchcraftery.
Mm.
All right.
I think we're at 0 COVID deaths in the last week. We haven't
Nice.
had one COVID death in a week here. I think it might have changed. I haven't really been watching the news. I turn it on in the morning. It's awesome. The one awesome thing about DVRs is I turn the TV on in the morning, and then I go to the bathroom and brush my teeth and wash my face and do all that. And then I come back into my bedroom and rewind the TV to the weather, watch the weather, and then shut it off. I literally haven't watched news in 3 months.
There's nothing on the news.
It's the same crap. COVID, Trump sucks, Biden sucks. We all hate each other. Life's terrible. People are killing each other. Wham, 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 wham. There's the news for you for the last 6 months.
Nice. Thank you for the update. The news by the 3D printing llama.
Llama TV News Incorporated. The news for today is wah. The sun is out. Traffic sucks because it's a beach area. And the rest of the news is everybody is wah.
Everybody is wah.
Everybody is wah. I'm really kind of upset that what's his name sold some good news because it's gone way downhill since he stopped doing it.
What?
You ever watch that when he did it?
No, I'm talking about this. What's up, Tanner? You look tired.
Yeah.
Dude, the color of that dumpster is just freaking awesome. That is the
amazing
pink dumpster I've ever seen.
Can you request what color dumpster you get?
Now, this is your old house. You're back in your old house. This isn't the new house. There's too many houses.
Well, yeah, we're sleeping in the new house now. We don't have internet there, so I haven't moved my computer yet.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you're right now in the new house. Or the old house, I mean.
I'm at the old house.
Yeah.
Because I haven't moved my computer yet because we don't have internet, so there's been no point.
When's that supposed to happen? This week? Next week?
10 more days.
10 days?
And today is my last day of internet here, so.
9 days of no internet besides your phone? How will you survive?
9 days of negative 10 or 3Ds. Phone conversations of 10 or 3D.
Just my phone. That'll be it.
Well, I pretty much did that, so I did it for 6 days.
Okay. We are wired on everything.
I mostly had to drive up the hill to get any internet.
Come on. You print.
Taking a break because my back hurts after
I can imagine.
throwing something in the dumpster that was too big for me to be throwing in the dumpster by myself.
Was it your regrets?
Yeah. Because the
That
dumpster
shit's always
is 6 feet high.
Oh, Jesus.
Dude,
So
you
you
do
gotta
know
actually get it up there.
It's open.
So I lifted a recliner.
Oh,
Why
Jesus.
did you not just open the damn door?
They've got it locked.
Yeah, but all you gotta do is pull the lever. And
No, they've got it locked.
Why? Why would they, like, with a lock on the door?
Yeah.
Why?
Why not? Protects their investment.
What, dumpster? They shit in the dumpster? There's no
So-
investment there. That's the whole point of the door swinging open, is you can load it.
Getting the recliner to this point right here sucked.
Oh, yeah.
Not like anyone's gonna steal your garbage.
No, they will.
I flipped it upside down. I got underneath of it and then stood up with it with the arms on my shoulders, and then pushed it up and got the arms up onto the edge of the dumpster, and then
Why did
He's
they
so
lock
strong. Now it's time for an American beverage.
What's that, iced tea?
I think other countries have invented iced tea before we did.
I don't know, did they?
I would imagine countries that had tea before we did would probably have done that, but
yeah,
I could be very wrong. So
the English had tea long before we did, and then we threw all their tea in the water in Boston.
Yeah.
damn taxes,
Right?
damn taxation
We
without
like tea
representation.
before us, though. I think iced tea, like our version of iced tea, is an American version.
Probably.
Now I would
We're eating
say
an American version of pasta.
I would definitely say the version of iced tea in the South is not only unique to the U.S. but probably unique to the South.
Yeah.
You guys and your teas.
Like 2 cups of sugar per quart.
Good old sweet tea.
Yes.
My teeth don't hurt. This ain't sweet
A
tea.
quart and a half of sugar to a quart of water
Yep.
and a squeeze of lemon juice.
And it's hilarious if you see somebody who's not from the South and they just order iced tea, because in the South they just assume when you order iced tea you mean sweet tea.
Oh, they're gonna see a face. Diabetes tea.
And like Missouri, where I'm from, if you order iced tea, you get unsweetened. And a lot of places don't make sweet tea. When you ask for sweet tea, they just bring you sugar packets, and no.
Yeah.
No.
Most of the area around here, if you order iced tea, it's unsweetened and they bring you sugar and you sweeten it to your taste.
And then you dump sugar packets in it, and it just stays little crystals of sugar
Yeah, it never
that all sink to the bottom.
They got to give you one of those drink shakers. Just
There's a couple of restaurants here that when you order it, they bring you simple sugar.
Yeah, and that's passable. The simple syrup.
Yep.
And now we can make a Rob Roy.
T-beatus. That was good. T-beatus. Diabetes. Didn't he just die or something?
Yeah, just a couple weeks ago.
It sucks.
He did.
For all we make fun of the way he says that, he was a cool dude.
He lasted a long time for a guy that had, as he said, diabetes.
Diabetes.
And I thought he was like 100. Like
He wasn't actually that old. He's only like 80 something. I don't even think he was 80, was he?
I don't know. He was old.
Because he turned gray early.
He's probably like 80 something.
He was, let's see. He died on August 1st. Oh yeah, he was 85. Almost 85.
I mean, that's old.
Or no, it was 85. Almost 86. But he looked like he was 140 years ago. So
Yeah, well, I was gonna say I can remember him in movies and stuff in the 70s, and he looked like he was 90 already.
God, you guys are so mean to this guy.
Oh, he's one of those that turned gray early,
Uh-huh.
and he had the big cowboy mustache, which made it.
He was a rhinestone cowboy.
he was gray and bald and heavy set before,
Yeah.
when he was still young. So
Trying to even think of what movies and shows he was in, and I can't think of anyone offhand, but I know he was in them.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Cocoon.
Yeah, I remember him in Cocoon. I don't remember him in Invasion of the Body.
Cocoon was a big role for him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He was big before that, though.
Uh-huh.
He was big back in the 60s and 70s.
Well, his first role was a minor role in True Grit in 1969.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh. Tea, Earl Grey. He died of a kidney condition.
So he kind of came into his own as in the Waltons from 74 to 77.
He was on the Waltons?
Huh? Yeah, he was on the Waltons. He was
Oh.
Horace Brimley was his character.
I don't remember him on Waltons.
And he appeared in 10 episodes.
I remember the Waltons. Used to watch that all the time.
I don't.
Good night, John Boy.
Yep, Night John Boy. That was one of those shows that back when we had one TV and it was a 19-inch black and white, and it was in Mom and Dad's room, and we all sat on the floor at the end of Mom and Dad's bed and watched TV until 8 o'clock, and then you went to bed.
Well, here's the funny thing. I remember the first color television set that my family got.
Yeah, I do too. Console.
The sound did not work on the color television set. My aunt was throwing it out because the sound was broken, and so my dad took it, and he bought a little 5-inch black and white TV, and we turned them to the same channel and use the sound from the 5-inch black and white and watch the watch the 27-inch color.
Our first color was a 19-inch color console stereo system that had a record player built into it.
Yeah, this was a 27-inch, and I believe, if I remember correctly, it was a Curtis Mathis.
Yeah, I think ours was an RCA.
It was a Curtis Mathis, so the sound did not work on it.
Huge with these big speakers with the old brown, weird, like 70s fabric, and had a record player in the top. You flipped up this big drawer, and there was a record player around in the top of the TV.
Nice.
Yeah. And we had the 5-inch black and white sitting on top, and we turn them to the same station.
I have a record player in my office.
And of course there was the rabbit ears that, the rabbit ear antenna.
Yep, with a tinfoil on the ends because everyone thought that helped.
And if some stations would only come in good as long as you were holding the antenna.
Yep.
So my mom and dad want to watch something, and my job was to stand next to the television and hold the antenna.
There we go.
My brothers took speaker wire and ran it out the window and up the house and up onto the roof before we actually had a roof antenna. It was just speaker wire running up the side of the house. Worked pretty good. Got us like 4 channels.
Yeah, well, and I was also the remote control because that was before the remote control.
Oh, yeah.
That's when you would, you'd get a channel that actually came in, and you're sitting there watching it, and you'd get that pop on the back of the head, change the channel.
Clickety, 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 clickety.
And you had the 2 knobs, the one for UHF and the one for VHF.
Yep.
The things that kids today will never experience.
Yep.
We can fix that.
You ever watch the little YouTube video where they took like two like 13-year-olds, and they handed them a rotary phone and said, "Here, how do you operate this?" and walked out of the room, make a phone call, and they're like trying to figure out how to operate it. Like, okay, I think you got to like start at each number and do the whole thing one at a time. One kid's like poking his finger in each hole, going, "It's not doing anything."
And you always hate it when the bearings started going out in the rotary. So you
Yeah.
And then that's when you cussed your friends with lots of zeros in their number.
Damn you, zero being last.
Free phone call where you could sit there and you could flip the receiver. If you tap the receiver real fast, it supposedly made a free phone call.
And back in the day when before there were answering machines and things like that, and before there was call waiting, and you keep trying to call and you just get busy signal, and then you'd call and the phone would ring, and you'd sit and listen to the phone ring for 30 minutes because you just knew as soon as you hung up would be when they walked in.
We had a party line, and when we first built this house, there was 4 houses on the party line.
Yeah, that was my wife's early childhood experience, because where she lived, they were on a party line for a long time.
Yeah.
Because there was only 500 people in the whole town.
And it's sad because the Emersons, we sold the house out back, but they owned the house there. They had 6 kids, and we had 5 kids here. So every time the phone would ring, there'd be like 9 people picking up the phone at once. Hello, 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 hello. I need to talk to this person. Okay, click, 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 click.
And then invariably you knew somebody was still listening.
Yep. Well, you could always tell when someone was listening because there was an obvious background noise. There was an obvious background noise.
That's that's how the old ladies in the town used to keep up on their gossip.
Oh yeah, my mother used to get on with like the 2 mothers next door to us and just gossip all day long. Because the party lines, what people didn't realize, like if you wanted to call one of the houses on the other line, you just yell out the window and say, "Pick up the phone," and you both pick up the phone and you're connected. You didn't have to actually call.
Yeah.
You could both just pick up the phone. So, like, she just yell out the window, "Hey, Mrs. Emerson, pick up the phone." And they'd pick up the phone, and the 2 of them would sit there and yak for hours and hours and hours.
It always cracked me up with in situations like where people like would call someone who lived right across the street. I'm like, just walk across the street and talk to them.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, that's
don't put that hex on any of us.
I saw a meme that said we could cripple today's youth by going back to rotary phones and manual transmissions.
Might take me a little bit, but I can get that manual transmission going. But that rotary phone nonsense, that might get me.
I still have one around here somewhere. I'm trying to think of where it is. It might be up in the attic.
Nowadays, people don't know phone numbers except their own.
Yeah. And even that I have a hard time remembering sometimes.
Yeah.
You ever notice someone asks you your phone number and you're like,
I don't have any trouble because I had to give it out for business so much.
Yeah.
And I've had the same phone number for
it took me
20 years.
2 or 3 years to remember my phone number when cell phones came out. It literally took me years to remember it. I always was like looking it up on the phone.
And I know my wife's phone number because it's only one number off from mine.
Lucky.
Because we got our phones at the same time. And so we got consecutive numbers.
Oh, I remember when that was a thing. Good luck getting consecutive numbers now.
I used to have probably 20 or 30 numbers in my head when I was a kid.
I can still remember my childhood telephone number. And my best friend's telephone number. Funny thing is, I bet my childhood friend's phone number would still actually call his parents.
Yeah,
because they live in the same house. And
we have a couple of friends that they still their mother.
And I think they've still got a landline.
Yep. I can remember the days when, I'd go out like 10, 12 years old, get on my bicycle, start walking out the door. Mom would be like, "You got a dime in your pocket?" make sure you have a dime in your pocket. And that's when, you get on your bicycle and you just ride 20 miles away and no one cared and no one thought about it. And the only thing that mattered was, they'd be like, come back before dark. Be home before.
When the street lights come on, you come in.
Yeah. You better be home by then.
Yeah.
And we used to ride all the way up to Devil's Hop Yard, which is probably 15 miles away, on single-speed Schwinn bicycles.
I don't know how far away. I used to ride.
The seats.
I used to ride from Belton to Cleveland, Missouri, all the time.
Yep.
And I don't know how far away that is. I'd have to map it.
We collected a whole bunch of us. Me and Kevin lived the farthest away, so we'd start riding and we'd stop at everybody's house along the way. By the time we got up halfway up in the line, there'd be like a trail of like 10 bicycles. Everyone freaking riding up to Devil's Hop Yard to hang out.
It was 19 miles. 19 miles.
You basically you got there, you sat there, you smoked a cigarette because we were dumb.
Brian, I will be streaming for a while.
It took you that long to ride home. And you always had a dime with you and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a bottle of water.
See if I can find
bottled water back then?
Yeah. We used to have bottled water. I mean, not bottle. You didn't buy it. You just got a canteen and put water in it.
I think
canteen.
Yeah, we had good old,
canteen
in canteens back in the day. Every one of my brothers had a Boy Scout canteen or an Army canteen, one or the other. And they were basically the same thing. Just one was brown, one was green.
Bringing back some memories. Oh, so yeah, today is my last day with internet until the 31st.
It'll go by quick.
You got a cell phone. You still have internet.
Yeah.
You should cancel that internet too and see what happens.
Yeah. I was trying to watch your house tour yesterday that you did, I don't know, a couple days ago. It was a little too jumpy to watch.
Yeah. The signal's pretty weak out there.
Yeah. It looks interesting, though.
Because we're out in the country.
Out in the country. You're a country boy now, boy.
I play outside all the time.
I've always been a country boy. Just was a country boy stuck in the suburbs forever.
That's where you belong, country boy.
Yeah.
Don't make me.
Yeah, I posted that picture of my front yard view and my backyard view, and somebody's like, so crops and trees? I'm like, yeah, crops on one end and trees on the other. So much better than stepping out my front door and seeing 20 other people's houses and stepping out my back door and seeing 20 other people's houses.
Yes. Yeah, you're kind of in a complex right now, so.
It's just a suburban neighborhood where there's 4 different house plans and everybody, sometimes they mirror it, but that's so everybody's got one of 4 different houses.
Welcome to suburbia.
Yeah, everybody's got one of 4 different houses and they are maybe 12, 15 feet apart from each other on the sides on little quarter-acre lots.
We built out on Long Island. Oh my God. We were building 6,000 and 7,000 square foot homes. And there was areas like on the end of a cul-de-sac or something where you literally, the houses were so close together, you could not get a walking lawnmower between the two of them.
That's the way they're building them down in Nashville.
Huge houses.
They're building them down in Nashville and they call them tall and skinnies. So they're these $500,000 homes that are only like 1,500 square feet, and they're so close together that if you open your side window that faces the little strip between the two houses, and the other person opens their side window, you could just reach out and shake each other's hand.
Nice.
I can't live that. That's obnoxious to me.
I
don't like my neighbors as close as they are. They're way too close.
Yeah, now I have one neighbor.
Children play in the yard. They're too close.
I have one neighbor. There's no sidewalks. I can only see one house other than my own from my house.
Yeah, that's nice. That's the way this was. There was nobody around here but the Emersons and the big white house that was out front that burned down 10 years ago. That was it here. Now there's freaking houses all around. Some developer came in and bought all that land over there and put like 100 houses. It's obnoxious. All the puppy dogs.
Stretch it out.
I'm trying to.
Put some Bengay on it.
Yeah. I got that little catch on my back now. And just, oh, here it popped. Oh. Because I've still got more heavy lifting to do. I just can't right now.
Rules.
How much time you got left before you like have to be out of that house?
10 days.
Oh, so you got plenty of time.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of time. 10 days. And now that I got the dumpster outside, it's going to make things even easier. I got to go rent a bigger trailer to get the couch and the futon.
Futon you shouldn't have to. That thing should break right up and fit in the back of your little pilot.
No, it's one of those the upholstered futons from like Walmart. It's all one piece.
Well,
the only thing it comes off of it's the legs.
That's all you usually need. Fold it in half and then slide it in.
Yeah, but it's more than 6 feet long.
What was it? That's not a futon anymore. That's an actual couch. Fine.
It flattens out to a full size bed.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, it's more than 6 feet long, and my trailer is the inside dimension is 69 inches long.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
69 inches long, 46 inches wide.
Oh, boy.
And I think 54 inches tall.
I got to figure out how I can get the last of that crap out of the room next door and bring the freaking Bowflex back up here because I need to exercise. Just sitting on my ass doing nothing for a week straight is just.
Oh, you come help me lift crap. That's you do some exercise.
Dude, if I could, I would. I'd hop right now and go. I can barely freaking walk. Is the problem?
Darn body pieces.
And I damn near split my big toe on my left foot in half.
Cool.
Yeah.
Lifting stuff is awesome.
Actually,
well, this wasn't lifting something. This was trying to keep something from falling.
Ooh.
Something started to fall, and I lunged to keep it from falling. And as I lunged, I ran my foot right into a big shelf.
Yummy.
Yeah. The toenail split halfway back into the toe, and
ooh, yeah,
everywhere.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that makes the rest of your day like really cool.
Oh, it's made the last several days
I was
still
say,
moving.
Worse the next day.
Yeah.
That's one of those injuries that hurts even worse the next day.
Well, right, and it's
on,
and it's like I got too much work to do to baby it, so I just wrapped some bandages around it and stuck it back in a sock and back in my shoe and got back to work.
Go bike riding with Mr. Buttram? What's that going to do?
Exercise.
Bike riding I used to do. Back when I used to mountain bike.
Mountain biking.
I loved mountain biking. I still love mountain biking. I just can't do it.
You can do all the things that you want to. You just might not like it the next
my
day.
Says no. Oh, no, I can't even. Actually, it's the biking. The last time I went, I haven't gone in like a couple of months, but last time I went, riding isn't the problem. It's getting on and off the bike that screws my knees.
We'll get you one of those fancy recumbent bicycles.
That's what my brother keeps saying, but I don't want to ride on the road. You can't really ride a recumbent in the woods.
The move is slowly getting me back into shape, though. I've dropped 8 pounds.
Damn!
Yeah.
That COVID-19 is going to be gone in no time, bro.
Right? Yeah. Well, because I'd gained 20 while I was while I've been off work, and so I've lost 8 of it.
That's not bad. I need to lose about 28 pounds.
You gotta lose like a
If I
50.
could lose 30 pounds right now, I'd be happy.
Oh, and I was clearing some of the trash from under the deck in the backyard, and my shoes got all wet because it's raining here.
E-bikes. E-bikes are illegal on trails around here.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they're motorized?
Yep.
Yeah.
They do damage to the trail. They got too much torque. They really aren't that fast. They just have a lot of torque. I don't know if you've ever been on one, but they're almost like, I don't want to say a motorcycle, but more like a mini bike. If you goose it, it'll spin the tire.
Let's see. Let's get a hot end in there. Let's do it. Here's his hot end.
So yeah, the dumpster is primarily for that recliner, and I've got a barbecue grill I'm throwing away, and then the garage. The garage, probably 2/3 of the garage is going in the dumpster.
If I could walk, I would walk. I would be out mowing the lawn. The lawn's getting really, really tall. Problem is I can't walk right now.
This guy.
I have a hard time just making it to the bathroom.
So make sure you leave with plenty of time to do that when you need that, especially if you're on stream.
Yeah.
we don't need that meme.
All these great new memes of Llama. Llama just pooped himself on stream.
And Tanner can write a new country song.
People will make it into a GIF like the moment that it actually happens. It'd be
normal.
There you go, Tanner. New country song, Llama Poop.
I don't know if anybody wants to buy that single, but hey,
At this point in my songwriting life, I'm trying to write songs other people will record, not myself. So
that's silly.
Because my recording artist days are numbered. Too old.
What?
Says the industry.
Industry can suck my fat, tiny penis.
Yeah.
They're wrong.
I'm not some 25-year-old that would stupidly just sign my name to any contract they stick in front of me.
What? We can change that.
The day that Llama shit himself. That would be a good song.
The llama shit himself.
I had a few of those dumb contracts pushed in front of me over the years, and I, unlike most of these artists, actually read the contract.
I like this part that says that you get everything.
Yeah. The best one was an independent label, Cult Records. So they offered me a record deal, and they put the record deal in front of me. And it was 38 pages on like a legal size document, and it was the smallest print they could get.
Mm-hmm.
And I sat and read the whole damn thing. And like halfway down on page 13, they were going to get to take ownership and rights of every song I had ever written. And I went, no. And
thank you.
The contract was going to require me to put out 6 albums in 3 years.
What?
6 albums in 3 years.
That's not a real number. That's a lot.
Yeah, 6 albums in 3 years. And then, so when I called them and I said, so I was like, who's paying for the recording and all that? And they said, you are. I said, okay, so what kind of radio promotion do you offer for singles? None. Okay.
So
What kind
exactly
of-
are they doing?
What kind of tour support do you have to set up a tour to support these albums and, get on a bill with another artist and tour all over the country and that sort of thing? None.
Well, what the hell am I signing over my crap to you for then?
And I'm like, and you take ownership of all of my songs? And they're like, correct. So I said, what happens at the conclusion of this deal? And I want my songs back. And he said, well, typically I bundle your songs and sell them back to you. And I'm like, okay, so how much we talking there? And he said, well, the last artist I did that with, his catalog was valued at $3,500.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so you're telling me, best case scenario, I sign this record deal. I'm financially responsible for recording and putting out 6 albums in 3 years, promoting it myself, setting up my own tour, and then at the conclusion of it, if I want my songs back, I have to pay you. He said, that's correct.
Have a nice day. What's
I'm
the
like-
point of having a record deal with a record company that's not promoting it? That's the whole point of the record company.
Right. I'm like, so I said, so what do I get out of the deal? And he said, well, you get to use our record label's name to promote yourself.
Well, that's kind of useless.
Right. And I said, dude, you're not, I was like, let's be honest here. We're not talking about Curb Records or, Capitol or
Columbia.
MCA or Arista, somebody like that. We're talking about freaking independent label Colt Records. That doesn't bring the value to the table that I would have to be spending out of my pocket for. And he goes, no, well, I disagree with you there. You could use this to blah, 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 blah. And I said, yeah, no.
Of
I
course
said,
he
no.
disagrees.
And there was another artist that I knew he was courting at the time because, he had come across and told me that, right now we're working on signing so-and-so. And I had met this guy too. So I called that guy and I said, so what do you think? He goes, man, I'm super excited and I'm going to sign it and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you're an idiot. I said, you're a moron. They're not doing anything for you but costing you a bunch of money.
They're making money off of you.
And it was funny. I told the guy to stick it and where he could stick it. And then like 3 weeks later, they announced on their social media signing the other dude. And I'm like, moron, idiot.
Oh, well.
He's going to be so much richer, though, than you. So,
Yeah.
come on.
Last I checked, he's not in the music business at all anymore.
Well, yeah, because he's probably learned the hard way that
Because he's broke.
Right. Well, I'm, on a temporary hiatus due to events.
Yeah.
But I'm still making my living playing music at 43.
you're not 43. Quit lying to us.
March 18th, 1977.
That's not a real date. I actually heard that wasn't a real day in the year of that year.
Yeah. The
So who
joys
are
of having
you,
a
Ricky
birthday
Tanner?
the day after St. Patrick's Day.
Oh. St. Patty's Day. Why am I not finding what I'm looking for?
So yeah,
Jig.
instead, since I was going to have to independently finance my own albums and stuff like that, I just went ahead and independently financed my own albums with no record label
I like it.
and sold out of all that I had, except for, as moving goes, you find stuff when you move.
I throw stuff out. Tanner's got some old CDs.
Here are the last 2 sealed copies of my last album in existence.
All right,
Shit.
we're auctioning them off for
That's it.
$25 a piece.
We're auctioning them off right now.
That's the last two.
Starting bid $20. Let's
And
go.
then I found a box because I financed this album through Kickstarter. And all the people who financed it or that, pre-ordered it on Kickstarter, they got a special version that was signed by not only me, but everybody involved in making the album.
Dan, we're starting at $20 for an album. So either put $20 in or get out of here.
And the important signature here really is that one right there. That signature belongs to none other than Mr. Troy Lucetta, who played drums on the album. For those who don't know who Troy Lucetta is, he's the drummer for the band Tesla. We recorded the whole thing at his studio, and he played the drums on it.
I built a couple of recording studios.
And then also there is that signature right there. That belongs to the lovely and very talented Miss Callie Tucker, who is Tanya Tucker's niece. And then this is the guy that mixed it, Tim Carter, who is a Grammy Award-winning
mixer of the musics.
Grammy Award-winning producer and bluegrass artist. And yes, he's a member of that Carter family, the famous Carter
Dan,
family.
you could have this. Bidding starts at $20.
Right.
They're signed 25.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I've got 15 of these with all the signatures on them. And how that happened is what most people don't realize with Kickstarter is just because somebody pledges to give you money
doesn't mean they do.
Doesn't mean they actually do. Yeah. So I had copies signed for everybody who had pledged money, but then had all these left over from the people whose money did not come through. Which is sad whenever you've set your amount for the amount you actually need to finish the album.
Yeah.
Because I had done all the recording, paid for the studio time, I'd paid all the studio musicians, paid to have it mixed and mastered. What I needed the money for was the duplication.
Mm-hmm.
To actually make the physical copies of the disc.
Yeah, stamp them out.
And yeah. So I was left like $800 shy after Kickstarter took their cut, and the people that didn't actually follow through with paying didn't pay. I had to come up with another $800 of my own money to finish the duplication process, which by that point I was flat broke. So coming up with that last $800 sucked. Because I had spent so much money on recording and mixing and mastering. There is a lot of money that goes into one of these. If anybody who is interested in making music did not know.
Unless you do it all yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's still expensive.
Now it's a waste of time because nobody even has CD players anymore.
Yeah. Now everybody just releases their stuff digitally. But this was, what year was this? This was 2013. And that was the last album that I made. Gearing up to record more soon-ish.
ASAP.
But now my albums are going to be geared more towards being more like showcase material for the songs I've written, so that I can use them to pitch. But then my loyal fan base that's out there will have some they can buy, and then I'll have them that I can distribute for pitching songs.
Son of a poop. I printed one jig to cut PTFE tubes, and I cannot find it. I usually have a drawer with them.
So yeah, in the process of the move, it was funny. I thought they were all gone.
You know, guys, buy some albums.
Yep, I'm telling you, it's time to start the auction.
I had 2,000 made, so this is all that remains of 2,000.
It's not terrible.
My first album, I did the same thing. I had 2,000 of them made, and they're all gone with the exception of my personal copy that I still have for myself.
Nice.
I bet if you put those on Facebook and Twitter and stuff, you'd probably get rid of those last 15.
So I'm that much shy of saying I've sold 4,000 units of physical CDs. That doesn't include the downloads that I've sold over the years.
Nice. How's the download business?
It kind of got destroyed by the streaming business.
Ah, yeah, I forgot about that.
Which the streaming business destroyed songwriters and singers alike.
Yeah, you guys make like
Nothing.
a fraction of a penny.
Yes.
And I'm talking like a fraction.
I had over 20,000 streams last quarter. The last quarter I got paid for, because I get my royalties quarterly.
$7.
I had over 20,000 streams on Spotify.
Yeah.
$20.
38 cents.
38 cents.
8 cents.
38 cents.
That's not even. I wouldn't even let them stream me for that.
Well, that's why a lot of artists have removed their music from Spotify. I think I got $2 and something from Apple Music for its streams, and it had fewer streams.
Yeah. The big payer right now is Napster streaming, but nobody's on Napster streaming.
Yeah. So, yeah, when I did the digital distribution deal for this album, it just auto applied it to like all the streaming services out there. But yeah, 38 cents for 20,000 streams on Spotify.
I thought Spotify went away.
Spotify
Spotify is
gross.
Are crooks.
That and iHeartRadio. I thought that went away like 10 years ago, and I guess it's still around.
No, my music's on there too.
Good old iHeartRadio.
So yeah, I no longer publicly support Spotify in any way, shape, or form. When I tell people that my music's available, I tell them it's available on the Google Store and on Apple Music. But I don't even mention Spotify anymore.
Why can't I find?
Because what Spotify is collecting, like what, $10 a month from all the people who pay for the service.
Yeah.
And the artist portion of that is 38 cents for 20,000 streams.
That's just ridiculous. That's like not even a real number.
No. I mean, I'm like, how can you come up with the math that even makes sense on that?
The answer
My biggest royalties come from live performances of my original songs.
On that note, I got a $3 tip off of frickin' Thingiverse the other day.
Woohoo!
I didn't even know about it. It just showed up because I have it like automatic every like month. It automatically goes to PayPal, and it just showed up in PayPal Thingiverse. I had to go look it up, see what they actually bought. They bought my freaking sink strainer.
Yeah, streaming in general is killing. Streaming music in general is killing the music industry.
I made more money off of a sink strainer than you made off of 20,000 downloads. That's really sad.
20,000 streams. Yeah.
Well,
that could have been one person listening to the same song over and over and over again for a whole quarter.
It's still pretty sad.
Yeah.
It's gotten kind of hot and humid here.
And that's how Spotify
it says it's gonna rain.
Justifies themselves, is that your audience is limited.
Yeah, because they suck. I don't even know anyone that uses Spotify anymore.
Because like your royalties for like radio airplay is based upon the listenership of the station and their ad revenue and
Is it gonna rain?
and all that. And I've had 3 songs off of this album that were spun on secondary radio. That's your mom and pop radio stations, the little ones. Because secondary radio is the only one that you can get your music on without paying somebody a just ass ton of money. If you want to be on the major radio, if you want to get on to the major reporting stations, you got to pay a service like $15,000 to $25,000 for the life of the single.
Jesus.
And the beauty is they determine what the life of the single is. So they call a radio station, they ask them to spin the song. The music director listens to the song, decides they're not going to spin it. They get too many calls like that, and they say the single doesn't have any more life. It's done. They keep your money. They pushed your song for a week. Nobody picked it up. You get no plays, and your money's gone.
So what you're saying is, unless you're a Kardashian, you're not going to make it on.
Right. Now, secondary radio, they're not a major station, so your royalties are small if they report at all. A lot of them don't report. You can still get through the whole, you call the radio station, you send them some free copies of a CD, schmooze them a little bit on the phone, you show up and do a in-studio live performance for them. That kind of thing. They'll spin your music.
But you made like a nickel doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh.
And
Dying industries.
Serious pink, Tanner. That thing is like day-glow pink. I don't know if your camera made it worse or
no. It's
like glow in the dark for crying out loud.
It's hot freaking pink. It's great. I love it.
That is seriously pink.
See a red light.
3D Pink Mafia would be proud.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, I've wasted enough time. I should probably get back to work.
No, you shouldn't, but do it anyway.
Well, my back is feeling better. I've got it stretched out now. It's not hurting so much as it's aching. So ache I can push through. This stabbing pain and spasms, I have to give it a rest. But
well, good
ache
luck,
I can
sir.
push through. So I may pop back in later if I wear myself out again or hurt myself.
I'll be here most likely because I'm putting this thing together.
Yeah. So if you're still around when I hurt myself in, half an hour, I'll be back.
Nice. Well, don't hurt yourself.
All right.
I'll come back when you're tired.
Yeah.
All right. Later, guys.
Yeah, see you, Tanner.
And that box on his desk. The toaster oven.
And then there were 2.
Yeah, and I'm probably going to bolt out in a minute, too. But
Mm.
I'm going to start figuring out what I'm going to do for dinner, and I might actually have to turn the AC on. It's almost 80 degrees in here.
I wouldn't be able to live in a room that's 80 degrees for more than like 5 minutes. So
It's not terrible because humidity is low. The humidity is only 50-some-odd%, which is
you're
way
talking
low.
to a large man.
Well, I'm not exactly scrawny either.
Yeah. Well,
See. Gross everyone out with my stinky pits.
stinky pits.
It's warm.
Okay.
It's getting clammy, so it is getting humid. Starting to get humid.
Mm-hmm.
And my little freaking thing over there says it's gonna rain. It's showing raindrops on the little screen, but
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
the little whatever weather station-y thing.
Yeah. No.
I don't see any rain anywhere near around me on real radar, and it's all gorgeous and sunny out. There is a nice breeze out, which is why it's not feeling that bad in here.
I bet it's really nice outside today, but I was outside way too much yesterday, so
I haven't been outside enough at all.
compromise.
It's been gorgeous for the last like 2 days. Like yesterday was rated like one of the top 10 days of the year. It was like that perfect 70 degrees and sunny and low humidity, and I barely went outside at all. I sat out on the freaking front steps for about 10 minutes, and that was it. Having lunch.
Yay, this fan works. Always bench top test your fans, kids.
Shane is getting out of work. I get to shave and get a haircut. I wonder if my neighbor's home. Maybe I'll waddle my ass down out back and freaking see if she'll cut my hair.
I love it. You're just gonna waddle out there.
Dude, you gotta. This whole lip knee thing is really getting annoying.
It does that.
It's not getting any better. And it's making me fat and lazy, and I don't like it.
No, say it ain't
Definitely
so.
Outdoor active-ish person. I don't need to like be crazy, but I actually like mowing the lawn. I know that's weird, but
I don't mind it.
I like being outside. I like pushing the lawnmower around. Everyone's like, "Why don't you have a riding mower?" It's like, because for one, I'm fat and I need the exercise, and it really doesn't bother me. I don't mind mowing the lawn. I got the little electric lawnmower, and I mow the lawn until the freaking one battery goes dead, and then I charge the battery. And the next day, I continue on, and it usually takes me 3 days to mow the lawn because I just burn off one battery, and it does about a third of the lawn with one battery, which is perfect. It's like 40 minutes, half hour, 45 minutes to kill a battery with that lawnmower. I like my electric lawnmower. I go out there at like 4:30 in the morning mowing the lawn. Nobody cares because it's not loud and obnoxious. I was almost going to do that this morning. And then my niece said, "Nope, not going. No, not doing it." I got like 4 freaking truckloads of wood chips I got to spread, which I got to call him and say, "Hey, stop bringing them until my knee heals." Because I can't spread them right now. Can't do it. I think your mic went dead, dude. I can't hear anything from you. Not a sound. Unless it's on my end and my audio just went dead, but I don't think so.
Now you can hear me.
Now I can hear you.
I accidentally unplugged it and it switched to the
Other
virtual microphone.
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock and I gotta figure out what the hell I'm doing for dinner. I have a big old steak down there and I really just don't feel like steak tonight because I had like
What?
well,
You not
I
feel
know
like steak?
I know that's weird, especially for me, but I've been eating a lot of beef. We had hamburgers like for lunch and dinner yesterday, and then hot dogs today for lunch. But I'm just not in the mood for more heavy beef. You know what I mean? I'm more in the mood for like a salad.
I thought you don't eat food.
I don't most of the time. I don't mind a garden salad once in a while. It's all that other crap. My aunt did bring me some, and that's the one thing I do like on occasion. My aunt brought me some fresh, like, garden green beans. And green beans are one of those things that, I'll eat them, but they're not great. But when they're really, like, right out of her garden fresh, they're good. I like them. Smother them in a little bit of butter, not a lot, and a lot of salt, which is just what I don't need. Butter and salt. Take a halfway decently good for me vegetable and just smother it in crap.
All the health benefits besides the fiber are now gone.
Yeah, pretty much anything that's good for me is neglected from all the crap I put on top of it. Same with a salad. I mean, I ate a salad, although I put dressing on it. I don't really like a lot. I actually pour it on the side and usually take my fork and like dip it because I don't like it all slimy with salad dressing.
You don't like that slimy dressing? Mm-hmm.
I just don't. It's too. I don't know. If you ever gone to like restaurants and they pour like this huge puddle of dressing right on the top of it, you're like, ugh.
That's the
This is
best.
too much.
Puddlier the better, right?
I'm not a big veggie person, but when I do eat a salad, especially like a basic everyday garden salad, I want to taste the salad, not slop.
Oh boy, Chris has a lot of things to order. Needs more belt. He's got his last section of belt to make this printer. 16 gauge wire.
I need to
Square
get
nuts.
belt for this freaking thing, and then I went and priced it, and I was like, no. I went to get G2 gate belts from Printed Solid.
Mm-hmm.
It ended up being like $60 just in belts to rebelt the freaking Core XY. I was like, no. Belts I got work. There's nothing really wrong with them.
Okay.
I just saw headlights. Windshield, reflection.
No, you didn't. Don't look outside. There's nothing out there. Nobody's coming to visit you right now.
Well, it might be my brother come check on my mother.
That's your job.
Yeah, well, with my knee and everything, my brothers have been trying to stop by a couple times a week to make it so I don't have to be there as much. Because just getting up and down the stairs is a rather unpleasant thing.
All right. Let's wire some fans. Wiring some fans.
You have no fans.
310 fans on this channel, bro.
Those aren't fans. Those are associates.
Associates.
People who put up with you.
No, I mean, that's a lot of people. That's a lot. And 6,000 something on the other one. That's a lot of people put up with me.
Yeah, you must actually make money on the other one now, huh?
Yeah, a couple $100 a month.
That's not bad.
If I make content, I hate editing video.
Yeah, me too. My problem with the editing video, I don't even mind the editing of the video. I hate editing my own video because I look at it and go, this is freaking terrible. I can't make this better. I mean, all my videos are terrible. The audio's terrible. The video's terrible. I just don't have the equipment to do it good. And then you add
the
me.
Equipment.
Then you add me, and it just goes downhill. I think
I have the equipment. I don't have the
40 or 50
sitting down editing patience.
See, that doesn't bother me. I mean, I don't. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I can usually sit down for an hour or two and get it done within reason. How many do I? My last freaking Pez video I thought would do better than it did. It didn't do well. The first one did all right because Joe and Joel retweeted it, so it got a few extra, but 33 views, that's all it's got.
Wow.
That's low even for me. I figured that would, where it was Tinkercad, it would get more views.
Yeah. They fooled you with their algorithms.
Like one of my really, really old ones where I centered the bed using stuff that doesn't even work anymore. It's still one of my highest view. It's got 583 views in the last month.
Nice.
And it's like, when the hell did I do that? It's wicked old, and it really doesn't even apply anymore. I mean, you don't even need to do that anymore. November 5th, 2017. So it's 4 years old. And I was eating yogurt. And it's got a total of 20,000 views, just short of 19,000 and change. That's my most popular video ever.
Nice. There it is. Always reusing wires.
And again, it doesn't really even apply anymore. You don't really need to do it that way anymore. You should kind of put that on there, but then people won't view it. And you can still do it. I mean, I actually still do it that way because that's the way I like center the. I'm talking about how to get the nozzle so it's actually in the center. And I don't know about you, but when my printer's home, the nozzle's off the bed. So you have to put, negative numbers in for your X home and your Y home.
Oh shit! Dr. Jekyll's going upgrade time.
DDX for my inner 3 and a copperhead. Y. What the hell is a DDX? How do I know that?
New Bondtech's new extruder.
Oh, I didn't even know Bondtech came out with a new extruder. Why would they bother? I think they could live forever on the regular old BMG. It's like
they made a replacement to that giant Greg's 3D one. That's much more convenient and much more less gigantic and obnoxious.
Then they really need to make one like the Hemera where it's like built in. Where it's like the hot end and the extruder all on one.
Yeah.
They would smoke.
They'll do it eventually.
They would smoke the Hemera. Or the Titan, or the...
Titan's been smoked for a long time.
Yeah. I never thought that was all that great.
It's not. I
really think that Prusa could have made the mini hot end. If they'd done a little more research in it, they could have made that hot end a direct drive hot end and made it good. The way they have the cooling fins and everything, the way they go around and all that crap.
Yeah, I don't think they're worried about that. They're more or less worried about
the weight on the cantilever.
They were worried about cost.
Yeah, and the weight on the cantilever. Adding that motor when you had a cantilever, trying to swing it back and forth, that's going to, when you're on a 3D printed support part, it's a lot of weight. That hot end's pretty light, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. That it is.
I mean, basically all it is the fan and the little cooling fins.
Mm-hmm.
Keep hearing people driving around, and no one should be driving around there. Is someone looking for wood? Nope. It's the neighbor.
That's someone looking for wood.
Oh, I got all that. My lazy ass neighbor wanted all the wood from the trees I cut down there back in April, and he never came and got it. And I took 10 loads down in my van, and I got tired of freaking hauling the wood down to him.
So I just put a big sign out
like, wood. I give you a month. If you're not too freaking lazy to come get the damn wood that's free, I'm going to give it away. And he never got it. I actually got a text yesterday because I put it on Facebook and said, come get it. If you want firewood, it's free. It's been on the ground since April. It's all stacked. It's neat. It's ready to burn. All I got to do is come get it. And people have been coming to get it, and they fill in their pickup truck and leaving. There's probably 5 or 6 cords still out there.
Nice.
And someone was loading it up the other day, and my neighbor texted me, someone's taking all the wood. It's like, yeah, you never came and got it. Come and get it, dude. It's all right. Just come get it. You'd have to spend a couple, 3 hours on a Saturday afternoon and just throw it all in your truck. Come get it. Nope. Been there since April. I'm done sitting on it. I want it out of my fucking yard.
Yeah. Weirdos and not getting their wood.
Well, it's even, like I said, I took 10 loads down in my van. Just trying to get it to, kind of hinting, like driving down through their yard, putting it out in their backyard, thinking they'd get the hint to hey, take your pickup truck. And he drives by it every day. He can literally stop on his way home every day and fill his pickup truck. Put 5 logs in there. Don't even kill yourself and load it. Just every day you drive by it right on the side of the driveway. I stacked it all up. Right? All you gotta do is stop, get out, throw a couple logs in your truck, and then drive away. Take a couple logs every day coming home from work. Nope. Still sitting there. Screw that. I'm done.
Humans.
I want it out of my freaking yard. I'm tired of the mess. I'm tired of the stack. It needs to be gone. I want it gone. So I put it on Facebook and said, come get it. People have been showing up going, oh, there's not that much here, because you look at the picture and it don't look like that much, and then you get here and you realize, they're 18-inch diameter logs, and you need like 3 people to roll them across the yard.
You got that big wood, huh?
Well, one of them was like 3 trees that had grown together, so they've grown together so long they actually are one log, but it's literally actually, if you hit it hard enough with a sledgehammer, you don't even need an axe, they come apart. But they're these huge, like my tree guy cut them into what we call pancakes. They're only about 6 inches thick, but they're 2 foot in diameter. But if you whack it with a sledgehammer, it just blows apart into 3 or 4 pieces because it was literally 3 or 4 trees.
Huh.
That you know what I mean. They grew up together and kind of made one tree, but it was not. Which is why I had it taken down, because they kept blowing into my power lines. Every time we got a windstorm, they'd be like
What's up,
whacking.
Devin? We need a banana for scale.
We need a banana for scale.
Kit's correct.
Anyway, thinking I gotta kick on the AC because it's freaking hot. See, it's hot. It's sweating my ass off.
Do it.
I am sweating seriously now. And then I gotta figure out what I'm gonna feed Mom.
Bacon and eggs.
It's pretty much breakfast.
Breakfast for dinner is amazing.
Yeah, I know, but she gets eggs every damn morning.
That's not healthy.
No, it's what she wants. It's what she gets. Dude, she eats freaking better than most people do. She gets 2 eggs, fruit, and usually some kind of toast every morning. And then she gets a sandwich with watermelon for every lunch because that's what she wants. She wants that freaking watermelon. I don't know why.
Man, you know what sounds good?
Something for
Roast
dinner.
beef sandwich. I think I'm gonna make a roast beef sandwich for lunch
Ooh,
today.
with a little bit of horseradish sauce.
I don't know if I have horseradish. I might.
Horseradish mayonnaise is awesome, and you don't want to make it too strong because it cuts the flavor of the roast beef. And you might as well just like stick a spoonful of horseradish in your mouth if you make it too strong. But
I've been there.
Well, that's what I don't. Some people like you take perfectly good food, like people that take like a steak and flood it with A1 sauce. Like I like A1 sauce; it's not bad. But you shake a couple of drops on it, you spread it around, and you use it as a flavor enhancer. You don't make it the flavor of the steak. And same with horseradish, man. I'll make horseradish mayonnaise, and I'll take like a half of a jar of mayonnaise and put like a spoonful of horseradish in it.
Yeah.
That's it. And I actually usually use horseradish and ginger. If you ever try that, I'll take shredded ginger and add it to the horseradish. What an awesome flavor. And then with the ginger, I only use like maybe a teaspoon, if that, of ground ginger. And then like a tablespoon, maybe a little more horseradish, and mix it into a cup or a cup and a half of mayonnaise. And it makes awesome like sandwich spread, especially for roast beef. Horseradish and roast beef is awesome. Or prime rib. Oh, God, I miss prime rib sandwiches.
My mom always makes prime rib. It's
There
her
used
favorite
to be-
holiday food.
There used to be a meat market in Essex that was famous for it. They had the old rotisserie style of meat cookers, like the big ones with, the chain, and you put like 10 or 15 like chunks of meat on it and rotate it.
Mm-hmm.
Huge, 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 But they did a prime rib sandwich that was $5, and you got probably an
money's
inch
worth
in a roll. I mean, it was ridiculous. And they were always, it was like, you wanted to get there at 11 because if you got there at 11:30, it was a little overcooked. You wanted that medium rare right at 11 o'clock. Oh my God, was it good. And they'd super thin slice it and just stack it up. We used to get grinders, a regular like 8-inch, 10-inch grinder.
Mm-hmm.
So, sub sandwich. If you guys don't know what a grinder is because you're not in New England, sub. And 3 people would eat it. I mean, 3 carpenters, big, heavy eating guys. 3 of us would share a grinder. Because that's how much meat was on it. And if you ate if you tried to even eat half a grinder all by yourself, you wouldn't be working after lunch. You'd be laying on the freaking plywood going, oh, I can't move.
Those are the days. Come on, get in there.
Yes, they were. Really don't want to turn that AC on. I haven't turned the AC on in like a week.
But you'll feel better.
Yeah, but I really don't. AC always makes me feel like yucky.
There we go.
And I know in like a couple more hours, it's going to start cooling off.
Yeah, it's probably going to get dark out there soon, huh?
Yeah. A couple, 3 more hours. It's 5 o'clock, so about 7:30, 8 o'clock now it's getting dark. The temperature starts really dropping because it was 59 degrees this morning when I got up.
Yeah, that's how it is out here. It's in the 50s when I get up.
I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning.
And then I go fishing for a little bit. Well, I didn't today.
Can't do the fishing thing. Just too boring.
It is when you don't catch anything. But I usually catch stuff, so it's never boring.
Yeah, even catching this is boring. I did have fun blue fishing. We used to have a boss that every year he'd take us out blue fishing for like a company thing, party on Saturday during the middle of the fall. Because right about now, I think, actually this month, next month, early September, I guess, is bluefish season. It's always in the fall. Anyway, he chartered, because there's a bunch of charter. I mean, I'm right on the shore, so there's a million charter boats. And he'd charter a boat, and the whole company, 8 or 10 of us would go out and drink beer and go fishing and just hang out.
Nice.
Hang out at the race. See how many of us get motion sickness from sitting at the race. If you don't know what the race is where the Long Island Sound actually meets the ocean and the water's really rough. It's like really, really rough where the 2 titles meet. And you go out in these little, they're big boats, but they're little in comparison to most boats around here.
It's not an ocean liner.
Some of the swells are taller than the freaking flying bridge in the boat. You kind of climb up it, and then you drop down. And then you climb up it, and then you drop down.
Let's see, yep, that's going to be too short.
I'm sure if Matty Jake's still here, he's been out to the race a couple times. Although he's on the other side of the Long Island, so he may not go to the race. He may just go out in the open ocean.
Psh, that's scary.
Not really. Open ocean is calm compared to the race.
I've seen all the scary movies. I know what goes on in the open ocean. Sharknadoes. Things like Sharknado.
Yeah, the few times I've gone fishing, it was more just a hangout thing. You get a bunch of people and you hang out and drink beer. You don't even really care if there is fish.
Yeah, I really don't drink, so my fishing adventures typically are very sober.
That's no fun. That's pointless. The number one purpose of fishing is to drink beer.
Nope.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep. That's the number one purpose.
Completely incorrect. That's why they call it fishing, not drinking. If it was drinking, then yes, the entire purpose would be drinking. Fishing is an adjective. It's the act of catching fish.
You have an excuse for drinking.
Yeah, well, that's when you have a problem, and you should probably talk to someone.
Yeah, your friend next to you drinking beer right alongside you.
Nope. Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. Chris doesn't do that nonsense anymore.
I was just thinking that. I can't even have a drink tonight. I don't think I have any more Coke.
That's what you get.
I might have to go out to get dinner.
Let's see here.
Just so I have an excuse to go to the store and get some Coke. But I really don't want to go out anyway. I don't want to walk around the freaking store. because that hurts.
You can always call it in. Like, I'm an old geriatric man. Bring me my groceries.
No, I don't do that. Especially not at Dollar General. Because Dollar General is by and far the cheapest place to get soda right now.
Nice.
It's like almost. I've been buying a little 8-ounce cans just because it's cutting down my. So if I get a 12-ounce can, I drink the 12-ounce can.
Yeah.
Because it's there. If I buy the 8-ounce can, even though they're actually more expensive per volume, I only drink the little 8-ounce can and be like, okay, that was enough. Just like I don't buy 2-liter bottles anymore because if I buy a 2-liter bottle, I drink the freaking 2-liter bottle.
I'll take up a Puppy Robbie Mac. As long as his name isn't Llama. Count me in.
But yeah, the Dollar General is like everywhere. It's like $3 or $4 for a 6-pack of the 8-ounce, which is ridiculous. Dollar General, it's like $2.49, which is still expensive for a 6-pack of little itty bitty sodas. But again, it keeps me from
Drinking too much soda?
drinking too much soda because I will drink too much soda.
I could drink too much root beer. I'm not anything else. I can pretty easily just stop drinking
Yeah.
root beer, and then
Well,
I'll just be like, "Oh, this is good." Yeah.
My thing with soda is it's not it's just there. You know what I mean? If it's there, I drink it. If
That's
it's
why I don't
not
buy
there,
any.
I'm just as happy with water or Gatorade or juice or. But if I buy a 6-pack of soda, it's there and it's easy and it's convenient and I grab it.
I buy a 6-pack of beer, and there's still like 4 left after a week.
Yeah, me too. I bought a 6-pack of Sam Adams. Oh God, like a month and a half ago, and I think there's still 3 of them left.
Okay.
That's how little I drink beer. I do like my rum and coke though. Even that I haven't had a drink in like 2 weeks. In fact, where's my other bottle of rum? Is it still in the car? I think it's still in the car.
Probably.
Well, I went to the package store to get I don't even remember what I was getting. And that fancy rum my brother buys me that's like almost $40 a bottle was on sale for $22 a bottle.
Maybe that's why he buys it for you when it's on sale.
Well, he works at the package store, so he gets it at about that price. But even he said that's less than what I pay for it. He's old and retired and works at the package store for extra money.
Nice.
Just for play money.
It's always good to have play money.
Yeah, well, he needs it. He kind of burned through all his money. He's worse than me. Anyway, I gotta go. I gotta start.
Okie dokie. Have fun, Mr. Llama.
If you're still around later, maybe I'll hop back in. Probably not.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I'm probably going to end here in a bit and then try again later.
let's do
Unless
game
somebody
night.
else is streaming.
Freaking jukebox game night, jackbox game night, or
Yeah,
something.
can do.
That might be fun. I'm in for a good laugh.
Yeah.
We always laugh at least at that. All right, I'm out. Later, guys.
See you, Llama. Yep, once I get this cord in here, this belt, I should say, then I'm going to go make lunch. Chris deserves a nice lunch. Roast beef sandwich, and I do have some wasabi mayo in the refrigerator. There we go. Cord's in there. Our belt's in there. 18 millimeter M3. Okay. And tighten these things down. Oh yeah. Loose. Half a turn. Half a turn. Still slightly loose. Quarter turn. Quarter turn. That's good. It'll loosen up once I move it, so I'll adjust that later. Oh, the bottom's actually not tight. Hate when I do that. There we go. How tight is that? A little too tight. Let's loosen the top up just a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I skipped lunch as well. I had a late breakfast because I didn't do the fishing. This is all I have left. Not enough for a printer. I have to order more belt. Geez, this is going to be a long shopping list. Chris needs more of everything. Put this quick disconnector here. Good to go. Pinda. Where are you, Pinda? There's the Pinda. Put my breakout cable here. There we go. That is all the breakaway. Well, minus this one because I don't have the other thermistor. Okay. Look at that. Chris is so ready to finish wiring this guy up. Yeah. And I'll find it later. All right. I'm going to eat. I order my Gates belts from Printed Solid. The fancy red furry LDO, not LDO, Gates belts. Must order more. Adios, Robbie Mac, and Graybeard, and Nonfam, and anyone else that's in chat. So, lunchtime for the Chris. Well, it's more like early dinner, but hitting the end broadcast button.